incident that happened.
Don't get eaten tonight.
Scary noises.
We're Brian and Emily, and in this video, we're camping in an area of Alaska that has one of the highest bear densities in the world, Katmai National Park and Preserve. What makes this area so special is due to the abundance of fish, attracting thousands of brown bears to feast in the summer months as they prepare for winter hibernation. It is a place that has long been on our bucket list, and when the opportunity came up to travel here, we jumped on it. I would be lying if we said we weren't a little terrified, but more on that later. You ready for this?
Do we have to do this?
I mean,
People pay to do this?
yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Bear food.
Katmai is located on the Alaska Peninsula and is surrounded by mountains and water, making it only accessible by air or boat. To fly, you can take a float plane from a nearby village, or you can do what we did and fly to King Salmon from Anchorage and then take a 45-minute water taxi into Brooks Camp in Katmai.
Next stop, King Salmon. Where is everybody on this plane? The emptiest plane I've ever seen in my life.
As soon as you arrive in Katmai, you'll be escorted to the mandatory
Where are we going?
bear school. Hello.
Hello. So we're gonna watch a video on bear safety. It takes about 10 minutes. And then afterwards, I'm going to go over some of the things that are said in there or that were not said too. Really important to follow what's mentioned. And then I'm going to talk about an incident that happened a couple of weeks ago, people who were camping. So we'll watch this, and then I'll come back as soon as it's over.
Welcome to Brooks Camp in Katmai National Park and Preserve. Even though these bears may look tough, they are also very vulnerable.
Their survival depends on gaining enough weight during the warmer months to make it through winter.
There are 3 different types of bears that live in Alaska: black bears, brown bears, which include grizzlies, and polar bears. Katmai is specifically home to brown bears. These bears are a lot bigger than the black bears we are used to in Tahoe, so it's safe to say we were a little on edge. Now, you can come to Brooks Camp just for the day, but if you'd like to actually stay here, there are a couple of options. 1, enter the Brooks Lodge lottery 2 years in advance and hope you get selected or put on a wait list to stay in the cabins here. Or what we did, and tent camp in the Brooks Camp campground. These can also be incredibly competitive as there is a 60-person per day capacity, and reservations are usually snatched up within hours of opening in early January for the current calendar year. We were lucky enough that a couple of cancellations came up, and since we were already in Alaska, we could be flexible and picked those up.
We are at the electric fence. We sleep in here. Bears stay out here. So the trick is you open the gate. You walk in the gate without touching the spicy strips. The most important part, you shut the gate behind you, because a couple weeks ago someone didn't, and a bear came in and caused complete havoc. Mayhem.
This is gonna be home for the next couple of nights. Found a nice secluded spot here inside the electric fence. You can kind of see it behind me. And we're gonna set up our tent, and then this is our tag that we will put on the tent to make sure that they know that we've got our permit and we're legit. And we're gonna go exploring. my new sleeping pad because my other one had an irreparable hole in it. I had a Thermarest Neo Air Light before. Guy at REI sold me on this Big Agnes insulated. It's also a lot heavier, but he said a lot more comfortable. And let's see what it's like to set it up. Okay. With camp all set up, here's a quick tour. There's water to drink and do dishes, a mandatory food cache to store your food and any scented items, community fire rings, and designated places to eat. There are a few different things to do in Katmai, but let's cut to the chase. The main reason you're probably here is to see those beautiful brown bears that call this place home.
They have these gates on these platforms that are used to keep the bears from coming into camp or passing people on the platform, because then you would be way too close to a bear. It's supposed to be 50 yards at all times, which isn't always possible, but this platform is about 8 feet wide, so I would want to pass a bear on one of these.
Speaking of bears, there's one right there. Let's go see him.
Oh, there's 2 of them out.
Bears are literally everywhere and can even cross paths with you on the trail. But there are a few main viewpoints in particular where they like to hang out. The first is the river mouth that gives you a unique vantage point of seeing them swim and snorkel for their fish.
I'm going away, love. I'm going to leave you. I'm gonna leave you here alone. I will sleep out in the darkness. The woods and fields are gonna be my home. Today there's trouble in my heart, love. In my heart, love abides no more. I see that sorrow is
Looks like it wasn't just the bears snorkeling here today. While bears are naturally solitary creatures, given the abundance of fish in the area, they have learned to tolerate each other in really close quarters. There's still a ranking system based on who's the biggest and who's the oldest, which is very much on display here with the smaller bear cautiously checking out what the bigger bear has through the security of the tall grass. He waits until the bigger bear moves off before approaching to see what scraps he can find. The second popular spot, and what most people have probably seen pictures or video of, and for good reason, is Brooks Falls. In July and September, the salmon make their way up these falls to spawn and have their babies. We were here in August, so while there weren't a lot of fish jumping, we did see our fair share of bears. A few were hanging out in the hot tub. Some were waiting for the fish at the top of the falls, and others were cruising the river. It's a lot of waiting game for them, and understandably can get quite boring. We know the feeling, buddy.
And I'm on fire today. Ain't no water in the calm or even put me out. I find a better way. Am I crazy or the wind is gonna blow me down? I'm gonna leave it all out there to dry. I'm gonna leave it all out there. I'm gonna leave it all out there to dry up. I'm gonna leave it all out there. You seem tired today. Were you up all night afraid of what the future might bring? I feel fine today. I had dreams of you in places I've not seen before. You get so carried away, like love is new, the body's first to touch you. try to lock it in. I'm gonna leave it all out there to dry. I'm gonna leave it all out there. I'm gonna leave it all out there to dry. Oh, I'm gonna leave it all out there.
We also saw a pretty good-sized porcupine right by the falls. After some incredible viewing, it was time to make our way back to camp for the evening.
What'd you think about your first Brooks Falls experience?
I mean, that was spectacular. To be that close to something so wild and see them in their natural habitat like that, doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, just completely focused on the fish, and they don't care about you.
One kept looking at us.
Yeah.
He kept giving us his side eye.
And he was having trouble catching salmon, and at one point I was like, what if he's like thinking to himself, like, we'd be a lot easier to catch than salmon.
Pretty neat, pretty wild.
Yeah, it's not quite 8, but honestly there's really nothing else to do here, so
I'm gonna take a nap all night.
I'm gonna go in the tent. See you in the morning.
All right, we survived last night, even with all the scary noises that kept Emily up most of the night. I think she was making most of the scary noises.
Stop.
It's raining today, so we're gonna go see if we can hop on a tour somewhere so we're not just stuck in the tent all day. Let's go see what we can find. Boop, bear poops.
Another thing you can do is sign up for a ranger-led tour of the Valley of 10,000 Smokes. This landscape was formed by the largest volcanic eruption of the 20th century, Nova Erupta. When the first visitors came to the valley following the eruption, they saw thousands of hissing fumaroles, which became the inspiration for the name, Valley of 10,000 Smokes. The area has also been used to conduct scientific studies by NASA due to its terrain being so similar to that of the Moon and Mars.
When the Nova Erupta erupted, what did it do? How far did it go? 100 miles, 3 days of total darkness on Kodiak. Darkness. In 1912. So we read it was a chain of volcanic islands.
Wow. We're right here at Katmai.
Colors fading, 'cause I kept you waiting. It's a wild, wild world, and you're a wild, wild girl. Our sun's still shining, but it seems half the size, and it's a wild, wild world out here. Before my time runs out, what if I run away to Mars? Would you find me in the stars? Would you miss me in the end if I run out of oxygen when I run away to Mars?
If fishing is more your jam, there's world-renowned sport fishing here. Just keep in mind you'll be sharing the river with the bears. And as terrified as we may have been at the beginning of this trip, after being close to these bears, it's really something we hope to do next time. Another fun way to pass the time is to hang out in the lodge, where you can get warm by the fire, have a beverage at the bar, and purchase meals.
Lodge food isn't bad. Yeah. Oh my god, you're so much good. Dude. Bro. Oh, bro.
Did I my face?
Dude, bro. You got like some salmon, like just right like there, living in your beard.
They're gonna come visit me tonight. My bear friends.
Look, dude, get rid of that salmon in your beard. It's so weird.
Would you let me eat?
Your beard.
It's sockeye, and I love it. So good.
There's also some really good flank steak. It's got some like Mediterranean flavors. These carrots are awesome. Like we missed breakfast today, and then we went on this excursion. We missed lunch. This dinner has been like $42 a person, but all you can eat. And it's really good. I maybe like fish. They had some lemon, but locally caught sockeye is whatever this balsamic buttery dressing is. It's really good.
I don't know what the rangers keep in this ranger station, but it is nothing but claw marks and chewies. Do they store all the ramen in there? The donuts that don't get eaten? This is insane. That's all bear chunks. I wish I had some ramen.
Are you 2-legged or 4-legged?
3.
Night 2. It's raining again.
It's fun.
Which means we get to listen to the weird, creepy noises in the woods that come with the rain. All night long.
All night.
But you know what, though? What an incredible experience. Our tour today to the Valley of 10,000 Smokes made us feel like we were in Utah. It was super cool.
Yeah. To go, was not expecting southern Utah landscape in Alaska. Pretty incredible. And to be around these big bears is really something else too. To be so close to them and know they could just be right behind you and you would never know it. So they do the chonky thing.
So we're going to wake up early tomorrow. Our water taxi is at 10 a.m. So hopefully we can get out to Brooks Falls before that. Hopefully it doesn't rain all night so we can pack up the tent in the morning and go see some more chonkies. And we don't get eaten tonight.
Alright.
Bye.
We survived bear country and the bugs, kind of.
A little, but it was a total blast. Definitely would do this again. Next time I would probably want to fly in versus taking the water taxi. Waiting for the water taxi now. Then we'll be back in King Salmon, back to Anchorage, then back to pick up Wes from the dog sitter that he's at.
There's a bear back here. I don't know if you can see it with the phone. He's swimming.
Right there.
Yeah, we saw quite a few. It's been pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, thanks for following along. I hope you guys like this video, and we will see you on the next adventure out there. Bye.
What if I run away tomorrow?